The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County hits 242,521. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 5,829. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 1,294, with total confirmed deaths remaining at 64. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Colleen Farrell. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, this first day of September. As we head into the holiday weekend, Los Angeles County health officials confirmed beaches along the county's coastline will remain open to the public. Health officials are reminding the public to heed the lessons learned from Memorial and 4th of July holidays, where following the holiday weekend, the county saw a surge in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths related to COVID-19. With the weekend temperatures expected to reach record highs, if you plan to go to the beach, be prepared. Be sure to pack plenty of water, sunblock, and a hat. The county's public health order now allows visitors to bring umbrellas and coolers. Beach parking lots are expected to be open as well. Be sure to bring a bag to take all your trash with you at the end of the visit. And while it's not required when in the water, beachgoers must wear face coverings when hanging out on the sand and around other people. While gatherings, volleyball, and other group sports are still banned, you can bring your bicycle. The 22-mile bike path that runs from Torrance Beach to the Pacific Palisades is open. With new data showing that coronavirus can infect children as easily as adults, officials say to avoid crowded spaces, gatherings, or attending Labor Day holiday parties, and seek medical attention if anyone is showing COVID-19 symptoms. Wash hands often and be sure to wear a face mask. Los Angeles County public health officials are meeting today with the Board of Supervisors to discuss ways to safely reopen highly anticipated malls, restaurants, salons, and barber shops in alliance with new guidelines shared by the state. The new county public health orders would follow the state's newly released 4-tier color-coded structure for a slow and thoughtful reopening. Los Angeles is among the 38 counties that are coded as purple, which has the most restrictions due to the highest per capita coronavirus case count. Now, in order for the county to move through the state's tier structure, health officials say the case numbers must continue to decline, significantly slowing the spread of COVID-19. County health officials have been hesitant to move too quickly with new business reopenings, fearing a repeat of COVID-19 increases that followed after the recent holidays. Health officials are urging the public to continue to be vigilant in following preventative measures such as wearing a face covering, practicing social distancing, avoiding gatherings or crowded spaces, and washing hands often. Governor Gavin Newsom's new reopening guidelines, called Blueprint for a Safer Economy, is set to be a steady and slow plan. For counties like Los Angeles that are in the purple tier, non-essential indoor business operations will remain closed. Restaurants must continue with only offering outdoor dining and takeout, and retail stores must limit capacity to 25%. Now, depending on the county's health order expected to be revised this week, hair salons and barbershops may be able to offer indoor services, but with restrictions, while gyms and fitness centers will need to remain outdoors. Many non-essential businesses are required to remain closed, such as nightclubs, theme parks, and concert venues. Every Tuesday, California will update each county's data and make corresponding changes to the tiers. Counties must remain in that tier for a minimum of 21 consecutive days before moving into a different tier. Then to move forward, a county must meet the next tier's criteria for 14 consecutive days. There are 2 metrics that must be met, which include the number of new coronavirus cases per 100,000 residents and the percentage of positivity tests. Currently, counties in purple make up more than 85% of the state's population. You can see more details at update.covid19.ca.gov. You can also check out the city's COVID-19 resource page. There you'll also find a link to the state's website where you can type in the county or activity to get the latest update. Go to torranceca.gov/COVID-19. You may want to take a closer look before you pick up what might look like a water bottle or food container. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration warned some alcohol-based hand sanitizers are being packaged in food and drink containers, which could confuse consumers into ingesting the product accidentally. The FDA discovered some hand sanitizer packaging resembled beer cans, kids' food pouches, as well as water, juice, and alcohol bottles. Officials say it's dangerous to add scents with food flavors to hand sanitizer, which children could smell and ingest, getting alcohol poisoning. Manufacturers were advised to be vigilant about how they market their hand sanitizer to prevent any potential misuse by consumers. While ingesting hand sanitizer can be toxic to an adult, to a young child it could be lethal. Hand sanitizer sales have skyrocketed during the pandemic, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 4 people have died and others reported blindness after drinking toxic hand sanitizer. British pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca announced it has started large-scale testing in the U.S., moving one step closer to a COVID-19 vaccine. This will be the 3rd company to move into phase 3 clinical trials in the country. AstraZeneca officials say they will enroll up to 30,000 adults in the U.S. to assess its safety, efficacy, and immunogenicity. The U.S. trial centers are recruiting participants from diverse racial, ethnic, and geographic groups who are healthy or have stable underlying medical conditions. Vaccines typically require years of research and testing before reaching the clinic, but scientists are racing to produce a safe and effective vaccine by the end of the year. Researchers are currently testing 36 vaccine candidates with clinical trials on humans and at least 90 preclinical vaccines under active investigation in animals. In June, the Food and Drug Administration said that a coronavirus vaccine would have to protect at least 50% of those vaccinated to be considered effective. China and Russia recently approved vaccines without waiting the results of phase 3 trials. Experts warn rushing the process could pose serious risks. The 3 companies in the U.S. that are in the last phase of testing are Moderna, BioNTech, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca. Moderna, in partnership with the National Institutes of Health, was awarded a $1.5 billion contract to produce 100 million doses if the vaccine proves to be safe and effective. In the same month, the Trump administration also awarded a $1.9 billion contract to BioNTech and Pfizer to receive 100 million doses by the end of the year. Now, AstraZeneca, in partnership with the University of Oxford, completed a study on monkeys and found that their vaccine was working on the animals. In May, the U.S. also awarded the project $1.2 billion in support. The company says their total manufacturing capacity for the vaccine, if approved, stands at 2 billion doses. Uber riders reported for not wearing face coverings on prior trips will now have to follow additional safety measures if they want to hail their next ride. Uber announced they will require passengers who were tagged for not wearing a mask to take a selfie for mask verification when requesting their next ride. The passenger mask verification feature is slated to roll out in the U.S. and Canada by the end of the month and will expand to Latin America and other countries. Enforcement of mask use follows the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines, which recommends that everyone wear a mask when out in public to help slow the spread of coronavirus. Back in mid-May, Uber and Lyft drivers were required to take selfies to verify they were also wearing a mask or face covering before they pick up passengers. Then in July, rideshare companies implemented a mask requirement for everyone. The company has also allocated $50 million to purchase personal protective gear such as masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, disinfectant sprays, and wipes for drivers. Officials say they have given out 10 million masks, wipes, and sanitizers to more than 750,000 drivers and delivery people in the U.S. and Canada to date. Popular video conferencing platform Zoom is exploding in popularity since the start of the pandemic, with many schools using Zoom's audio and video-based conferencing service and tens of thousands of businesses and users now paying for the subscription to connect. The surge in customers is giving Zoom an explosive growth. The company announced Monday that its revenue for the May to July period more than quadrupled from the same time last year to almost $664 million. Zoom finished its second quarter with more than 370,000 customers. Zoom and other video conferencing services continue to thrive as schools and office spaces anticipate staying closed for at least the near future. The San Jose-based company emerged as the most accessible video conferencing service at the start of the pandemic and continues to be the go-to platform for connecting with coworkers, family members, and friends. Company officials say they continue to improve its security measures to prevent unwanted disruption online. California lawmakers came to an agreement late Monday as they voted on an emergency bill to help millions of renters at risk of losing their homes. Governor Gavin Newsom signed off on Bill 828, designed to protect tenants from eviction through January 2021 if 25% of the rent is paid by tenants during that period. The new law protects tenants from eviction for non-payments of rent and helps keep homeowners out of foreclosure as a result of economic hardship due to the health pandemic. Now, this legislation does not forgive missed payments. Tenants are still required to pay landlords for missed rent from March 1st through the end of August. This extends through January of next year. Tenants would have to sign a document that says they have experienced a financial hardship directly related to COVID-19, and tenants who make at least $100,000 a year or 130% of the area's median income, whichever is higher, would have to show proof that they cannot pay. The bill takes effect immediately as previous protections are set to expire at midnight. Small business owners, micro-entrepreneurs, and nonprofits across Los Angeles County can now take advantage of funds available to help during the health crisis. The fourth round of the LA Regional COVID Recovery Fund opened on Monday again to applicants, but only for a short window as it closes on Friday, September 4th. Currently, there are 3 program components: grants, loans, plus coaching and technical assistance. Micro-entrepreneurs are considered those who are independent contractors, 1099 workers, street vendors, or sole proprietors with revenues of $100,000 or less. They are eligible to receive up to a $5,000 grant. Small businesses who have a yearly gross revenue of more than $100,000 but less than $1 million, and nonprofits registered as a 501c3 organization that have an annual gross revenue of less than $1 million and provide supportive social services to low to moderate income individuals of families in LA County are eligible to receive a grant worth up to $15,000. The LA Regional COVID Fund is expected to disperse $3 million in aid through 6 total rounds, with finalists notified after each round. If you identify with any of the 3 categories, you're encouraged to apply at lacovidfund.org. Walmart shoppers will soon be able to take advantage of a membership program designed to rival e-commerce giant Amazon. Walmart Plus will cost $98 a year or $12.95 a month to those wanting extra perks. Benefits include unlimited free delivery from stores or online orders of $35 or more, fuel discounts, and a new Scan and Go feature for in-store shopping. Members who also have the app will be able to get in and out avoiding checkout lines. Shoppers can try it out for free for 15 days during their promotional trial period before being financially committed. In an effort to compete with some of the leading e-commerce companies. Walmart plans to offer fast same-day delivery on more than 160,000 items, from groceries, household essentials, to technology and toys. Walmart reported online sales nearly doubled since the start of the pandemic. Walmart Plus launches on September 15th. A special treat that usually kicks off the warmer months rolled out its seasonal menu today. Krispy Kreme donut is getting into the fall season early with its new pumpkin spice variety of donuts. At participating locations across the U.S., 4 flavors will be available as part of their pumpkin spice donut collection. It includes the pumpkin spice original glaze, pumpkin spice cake donut, pumpkin spiced original filled cheesecake donut, and the star of the show, the new pumpkin spiced cinnamon roll donut. This collection is a customer favorite that the company is bringing back not just for a week, but for a whole month. Torrance City Council members will get online tonight for their virtual meeting to discuss city business. On the agenda, September will be proclaimed Paint the Town Purple Month. Torrance Youth Council members for 2020 to 2021 will be appointed, as well as updates from the city manager on the latest COVID-19 impacts in our city. You can view the agenda online. The public is encouraged to participate by emailing ahead at council meeting public comment at torranceca.gov or by calling in during oral communications at 310-618-2404. You can tune in at 7 p.m. live tonight right here on our channel, or you can stream the meeting from our website, social media, and YouTube platforms. Well, beginning this Friday, City Cable will launch a brand new show called Weekends in Torrance. This will replace COVID-19 Today on the weekends, as a new episode will air on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Weekends in Torrance will feature things to do around the city in the age of COVID-19. Our City Cable hosts and producers are visiting outdoor dining spots, local breweries and restaurants, places like the Sea Air Golf Course, the Madrona Marsh, Torrance Certified Farmers Market, and many more to show you how the community is continuing to thrive during the pandemic and the modifications made to ensure your next visit is a safe one. They're sharing stories you'll only find here on Weekends in Torrance. We hope to showcase the resiliency of our residential and business communities as people wear face coverings, social distance, modify operations, and take the necessary precautions to minimize the risk of infection while continuing to offer services and programs for our community. We hope you'll join us every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. right here on City Cable. We're also streaming online at torranceca.gov, and you can also find us on YouTube. As families work through the second week of the new school year, we want to hear how distance learning is working for you and your kids. Share what tips and tricks seem to be working as your family navigates through these difficult times and unique learning models. Now, whether you have a preschooler or a teen in high school and every grade in between, we want to hear from you. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community. Feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. The Volunteer Center is partnering with a chain of grocery stores to support their Food for Kids South Bay program. Thanks to Albertsons, Vaughn's, and Pavilions Foundation for the $2,500 grant to help local families in need. What a great way for big businesses to partner with local organizations to show how much they all truly care for the Torrance community. Now, if you have a great story to share, be sure to email us. We'd love to hear from you. That's our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. as Rhiannon Trutanich brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.